It's the same every frost melt. Just as soon as I get used to waking up an hour early to make sure the shop is stocked, the month ends and it's back to business as usual. Every potions master knows that there are 3 times a year where demand spike like crazy. Cockatrice, Pock Season, Holimus, and Heartsbloom, which is the last day of Frostmelt, which is today. There's nothing like the perfect potion to make the most romantic day of the year just a bit more special. Sales usually pick up midway through the month, and they peak the day before, with people looking for last-minute surprises for their partners. The day of the day usually isn't as busy, but there are still plenty of people showing up in a panic, eager to throw a handful of coins at anyone who can save them from their own forgetfulness or bad planning. Most shops tend to be closed for Heartsbloom as the owners are celebrating themselves. I've never had a reason to close, so the extra business is nice. Well, I haven't had a reason to close until this year. It's the same as every Frostmelt, except for one thing. This year, I have a boyfriend. As I have the thought, the charm on my pocket mirror flashes purple, letting me know a Magi message has come in. Before I even open it, I know it's Cord. I tweaked the charm so it would flash purple for him instead of the usual blue. It took forever to get just right, but now it's the exact shade as his skin when he tans, and even now, several months in, I'm excited whenever I see it. I check the message. It's a moving image of him blowing kisses to the screen that I know his sister must have helped him with because he's terrible with technology. Seriously, we're the same age, but you think he and Merlin went to grade school together the way he handles anything more complicated than an oven. He's wearing an oven smudged with flour, so I know he's already had a busy morning. His family owns a bakery called Devil's Food Cake, DFC for short, and it's going to be just as busy as my shop today, if not worse. Not only that, but I know he had to get up even earlier than me to help get everything baked, just like he does every day, but he still found the time to send me a message. The image loops 3 times, and then words pop up on the screen. Excited to see you later. After that are about 20 different hearts. Not the same heart 20 times, 20 unique hearts with different colors and flourishes. Cord may be an incubus, but we joke that in a past life, it might have been a werewolf because I've never met someone with such canine enthusiasm for, well, anything really. It's one of the things I love most about him. I send back a quick reply. I'm excited too. It's our first Heartsbloom. I think about sending back an image to go with the message, but decide against it. I'm excited, but I'm nervous too, and if he sees my face, he'll clock it instantly. It's our first Heartsbloom together. Sure, but it's also my first Heartsbloom with anyone. Period. He's my first anyone, period. What if it doesn't live up to the hype? What if it's a disaster? Mila, breathe. I take a deep breath to calm down. No, I'm being silly. All this really is an evening to get to spend with Cord, and when don't I enjoy that? When I started going to DFC regularly for a lunch break pastry, his warm smile and bright conversations quickly made my visits the 5 minutes I look forward to most every day. When we ran into each other by the Basilisk enclosure at the zoo a month later, we ended up touring all the exhibits together from Alicorn to Zmi. And when he'd asked me out at the end of the day, my thoughts had raced with sudden panic, my normal reaction to brand new situations, until I told myself that I was overreacting. All a date was a chance to hang out with him more, and I've been enjoying hanging out with him so far. Why not give it a shot? Scoring dates wasn't something I had ever been focused on, but I couldn't deny that I enjoyed being around him. I wasn't sure if that was enough to make 2 people start a relationship, but it had to be at least good enough for movies and pizza, right? Well, I have a date for Heartsbloom, so that answers the question. My nerves feel a little less jumpy, but I still don't want to risk sending a picture, so I add a single heart to the end of the message. I don't go glyph crazy like Cord in my text, so even a single one from me is something to write home about. I picture him showing it off to his sister, and I smile. Then I turn to my stock of potions to get to work. I may have a day today, but I've also got a reputation as the one potion shop on the block that stays open on Heartsbloom, which means I have to get a move on. I tidy up, double check the inventory, and then flip the sign for the day. Less than 5 minutes later, my first customer walks through the door. It's an elven man who looks uncharacteristically disheveled. Culturally, elves are all about grace and elegance, but his flowing hair is a mess, and I'm pretty sure he's still in his pajamas. Hard to say though, elven pajamas kind of look like what anyone else would call formal wear. I have a lot of questions, but I have a feeling that at least some of them will be answered once I learn what he wants, so I turn on my customer service voice. Hi, welcome to Trouble Brewing. If you have trouble, we have a brew that's got you covered. Hi. I'm here for a potion. Sorry, that's obvious. I'm here for a specific potion. Well, if you just let me know what it is, I can get you all sorted. Sorry. I'm all over the place today. Can I have, do you carry memory erasure potions? I straighten up slightly and give this guy a good once-over. There are basically two kinds of people who come in for memory erasure potions. One kind of person gets reported and put on a list. But I'm not getting any bad vibes from him, so I'm guessing he is on the second kind. That's a Schedule 2 potion. You can only drink it yourself, and you can't take it home with you. I have to administer it to you on site. The tips of his pointy ears blush red. Oh, I know. Sorry. I know how that sounds, but I don't want it for an inappropriate reason. I need it for myself. It's a relationship matter. Uh-huh. Definitely the second kind. I start scanning the shelves. This isn't the most popular potion for Heartsbloom, but there are always a couple of sob stories, so I make sure to keep it in stock. Don't worry, I'm way ahead of you. How long was the relationship? A month? 2? Longer than that and it gets a little dodgy. You'll have to sign a waiver. No, wait, it's not that. We've been together for 22 years. 22? He barely looks older than 22. Oh, right, elf. That's like, what? 3 years of dating in elf time? What am I thinking about dog ears? I snap back to attention as he continues. And I don't want you to erase months, just... He checks his watch. Maybe an hour? An hour? Yes, can you do that? Sure. I grab a one-day potion off the shelf. The lowest unit of time I keep on hand. I can measure out a smaller dose from this. I can't help but be a little curious. I've never gotten a request like this before. Usually people want to erase a month of memories after a messy fling or something like that. What's crazy is sometimes a customer will get a memory wipe and then 3 months later, they're asking for the same thing for the same reason. Like, with the same person and everything. And everyone I sell a memory potion to has to write themselves an explanation note before they take it. So it's not like they forget that things crashed and burned the last go-around. The amount of people I've had to talk to about magnetic pulls while paying me to wipe their minds for the second or third time is wild. I understand magnets. I don't understand this. Speaking of explanation notes, I turn to the customer. This is going to be a clean wipe of the past hour. Is that okay? If you want to target specific memories, they'll take a lot longer and cost extra. A clean wipe is fine. My breakfast wasn't particularly memorable. Great. Here's a pad and paper. You'll need to write yourself a note explaining why you're here and anything else you want to remember so you don't drink the potion and think I kidnapped you or something. That makes sense. I work out payment and then he starts writing. Potion brewing is an industry that calls for discretion, but there's also nothing wrong with chatting up customers as long as you're not pushy. I hesitate, but then curiosity gets the better of me. I know I'll be kicking myself later if I don't at least ask. You know, this is a pretty unusual request. I promise that's nothing untoward. He runs a hand through his messy hair and sighs. It's a running joke between me and my boyfriend that I never cleaned, so when he left the house for his morning jog, I thought, I'll show him. And I started moving things around and, I found an engagement ring. Oh, that's so cute! No way! Oh, congratulations! He lights up briefly. Thank you. But also, this is a disaster. I ruined the surprise. Can't you just fake it? A girl in my year at academy did that when she found out her boyfriend was going to propose a week early. Give me your best surprise. Oh, wow! A ring? I can't believe it. Now that I think about it, that girl was also president of the drama club. How was that? Yeah, you're gonna need the potion. Oh my god, he finishes up writing his note, and I finished dosing out the potion. Alright, you should be good to go. Just double check your note and down the hatch. He glances over what he wrote. That's all in order, so I suppose what's left here is bottoms up. He raises the potion to his lips, but stops suddenly. What's wrong? I accounted for some buffer time, but you're going to want to drink that ASAP for it to be effective. I just wanted to say thank you before I forget why I'm here. This really means a lot to me. Yeah, of course. Just doing my job. Now, the potion? Right! Almost forgot. He drinks the potion and his eyes go gray for a moment. When he comes to, he looks a little hazy, but not panicked due to the drop of calming potion added to the brew. An important touch. Where exactly am... Check the note. What? Oh, the one I'm holding. He reads it, and I watch him go through the familiar emotions. Confusion, recognition, understanding, and acceptance. Oh, alright. Did I pay you already? Yep, you are good to go. Excellent. Well, thanks for whatever this was. I hope you have a great day. Same here. Yeah, after the elf, things pick up for the day, as expected. The usual bestsellers fly off the shelf. Silver Tongue Tonic, Romantic Vacation in a Bottle, and enhancements for certain activities. It's gotten to the point where I can answer questions and make recommendations without internally melting the entire time. I am a professional after all, you say with your face bright red. But I will be very happy when Heartsbloom is over, and I don't have to rattle off the list of side effects of Giant's Blessing 20 times every hour. A little afternoon, there's a lull, and I flip the sign so I can eat lunch. Before I bite into my sandwich, I pull out my mirror and text Cord. Lunch fact, Heartsbloom edition. Did you know that unicorns have 2 hearts, which makes their blood especially delicious to vampires? It's like extra processed. I get halfway into my sandwich before my mirror flashes purple with Cord's reply. I wish I had 2 hearts, that I could have one for you and one for chocolate. I guess you'll have to share. Enjoy your lunch. What a dork! I polish off the rest of my lunch and I'm about to head to the bathroom to clean up when there's a knock on the door. Do they not see the close sign? Maybe it's an emergency. I open the door and when I do, I'm greeted by a familiar face. Hello? Sybil? She's wearing a courier uniform, and when she hears the name, her eyes go wide. Oh, no way! It's you! The package said Mila Foxcliffe, but that's such a common last name, and dude! It's so good to see you! Sybil sweeps me up in a hug without even asking. We were roommates for 2 years at, Pleiades Academy, but she got a girlfriend in a month in, and then I barely saw her. But even still, you don't forget your first roommate. I hug her back. Good to see you too! You're a courier now? That makes sense. You majored in teleportation and translocation, right? Yep, and I know you were potions. Dude, you always said you were going to open your own shop, and here it is! You're just 29! It's gotta be the youngest in the state. It is, but I don't want to brag. It's a lot of work, but I'm really happy about where I am. Ugh, you're so modest. Celestine Scholar Potion Mistress. She trails off, a sly smile starting to creep across her face. Wait a second. What? I didn't know the Mila I was delivering this to was you, and when I picked it up, the hot Incubus said the package was for his girlfriend. Girl, is that your hot Incubus? I can feel my insides liquefying. That just makes her grin wider. Damn, I guess it is true what they say. Slow and steady wins the race. Get it, girl! I cough awkwardly. Yeah. Did you say you had a package for me? Oh, right. Can you sign for it? She produces a clipboard and... Oh, I hate that sound. Oh, God. She produces a clipboard and pen, and I sign. She hands over a pink DFC box wrapped with a ribbon. You know, you never brought anyone over to our place. In fairness, you wouldn't know. You were barely there. She chuckles and makes the clipboard vanish. Okay, fair enough. We never talked about anyone when we grabbed lunch either. I guess I thought, you just weren't into any of that. A roguish grin returns. Clearly, I was wrong. Sybil and her girlfriend didn't stay at our place very often, but it was enough for me to know that her idea of any of that and my idea of any of that are not the same. It's really not worth correcting, so I just shrug good-naturedly. Yeah, well, Yeah, I do. Hey, now that I know you're in the area, we should get lunch sometime. Hamira chimes in her pocket. Whoops, spent too long chatting. Gotta go. Happy Heartsbloom. She activates a teleportation charm, vanishing before I can even say goodbye. I shake my head as I bring the pastry box back to the counter. Same old Sybil. When I open up the box, I'm bowled over by the overwhelming scent of chocolate. Oh, that's adorable! It's a giant slice of chocolate tart. My mouth waters. I can't let myself eat like this every day, even if my boyfriend does work at a bakery. But who am I to refuse chocolate on Heartsbloom? I use my mirror to record myself taking a huge bite and then set it to cord. Then I demolish the rest of it. Perfect as usual. As I clean the chocolate from my face, I think about what Sybil said. It's not like the assumption she made was crazy. Cord called me his girlfriend. That is what people who are dating usually do, right? Especially when one person in the couple is an incubus. They're literally spirits of desire. There are other kinds of desire, of course. The desire for chocolate tarts, for instance. But what she was talking about, that's a pretty big one. It's kind of what we're known for. I mean, they're known for. And it's not like I don't know that he's attractive. Of course he is. He's an incubus. But the first thing she said about him was that he was hot. That's just not where my brain would ever go. He's handsome when he's all dressed up. He's cute when he's showing off his latest pastry or sending me a message that's more hearts than words. But hot? Whenever anyone says that about a person, I feel like there's something lost in translation for me. Now that it's my own boyfriend, it's even stranger. Sybil thinks my boyfriend is hot, and I don't. It really used to make me uncomfortable. Well, not so much anymore, I guess. I mean, I know that I'm different, judging by the reactions I get when I introduce Cord as my boyfriend. I know there aren't a lot of people who would date an incubus without wanting to jump them as much as possible. But that's never been something I've been actively interested in. The physical feature that stood out to me the most when I first started seeing him was his warm smile, after all. And even if it's unusual, the only people it matters to at the end of the day are him and me, and he's never acted like he thinks he's missing out, so who cares what's usual? I shake off my thoughts and finish off so I can open up again. There's a steady stream of customers, and soon I start running out of the more popular options. I've just sold my last bottle of instant fireworks, a hit for dramatic engagements, when a huge woman walks in. Well, she's half woman at least. The rest of her is all ears and fangs and shaggy fur. A werewolf. There aren't that many wares in this part of the world. Too warm for fur. I wonder how she handles the summer heat when she's fully transformed. Oh, good. You're open. A buddy of mine said you might be. Yep, we're closing a little early, but you made it with plenty of time to spare. What do you need? Yeah, I was hoping it could help me out with an enlargement potion. It's for my boyfriend. I wince, hating to be the bearer of bad news. Those sold out ages ago. They were the first to go. They always are. What's that face? I don't like that face. Sorry, but we're completely out. I made double what I did last year and still, all gone. Her ears droop. Really? Oh, dang. Yeah, sorry. Can I help you with anything else? I don't think so. I really just wanted the potion. I don't get to see my boyfriend a lot, but when he's making the trip from Dewdrop for Heartsbloom, I want to make things special, you know? Wait, Dewdrop? That's a pixie village, isn't it? Yeah? See? She pulls out a mirror and shows me a picture of herself as a full wolf with a tiny pixie on her snout. She's looking at him cross-eyed, trying to fix her vision on him. Realization dawns on me. Oh, wait, you want the enlargement potion so the two of you will be the same size for your date. Yeah? What did you think I wanted it for? That's not usually people want it for. Never mind. Hey, I have an idea. I shuffle through the shelves and pull out a small bottle of blue-green liquid. I'm out of enlargement potions, but I do have a shrinking tonic. Maybe if he can't match his size, you can match his? She brightens at the idea. Oh, I didn't think of that! That's a great idea! I'll take it! She passes over a few coins and leaves, tail wagging happily. I wish I could gauge customer satisfaction that easily all the time. My cheeks heat up as I think about what I almost blurted out. Well, that's on me for assuming. You'd think that if anyone wouldn't go there right away, it would be me, but can you blame me? That's what it usually is. We're sold out for Merlin's sake. I didn't tell Cora that I was pretty sure I was asexual until we got on a few dates. I thought maybe once I was seeing a great, objectively attractive guy, that part of me would just kick in, and I didn't want to say it and then have to take it back. But pretty quickly, I realized that even though I really liked him, that wasn't turning on, and if it wouldn't turn on for him, it probably just wasn't there. He accepted that, and he's never been pushy, but before he knew, when he was just getting to know me, he had assumed that that was in the future, right? That's part of the picture that normal people imagine when they think about their life with someone. He didn't think he was going to have to keep it PG forever. And I think about Cord and my lack of interest in him in that way. Makes me feel, honestly, appreciative. Really appreciative. I know not every guy would be so understanding, but he's been so kind and patient every step of the way. We've never moved faster than I wanted to. Even on small milestones like holding hands, everything feels big when you haven't done anything. And when he says that he's happy to have me, even without the other stuff, I believe him. He's always so sincere. How could I not? I feel so lucky that I found him without looking, because if I was looking, I probably would have given up too quickly. He's like a unicorn, highly sought after and full of heart. The bell at the door jingles, and I look up to see my youngest customer of the day. It's a boy, maybe 13 or 14, dressed in what I assume are his best clothes. He bashfully approaches the counter and spills a small handful of coins on the counter. Hi. There's this girl from my class, and I was wondering, what can I get for this? Nothing really, but I have a soft spot for kids, so I take the coins. Let me see what I can do. I rummage around until I find something he might like. What's this? I hold it up and he curiously eyes the bottle of amber liquid. How about this? She drinks it and she'll grow butterfly wings for an hour. When I was your age, I would have loved that. Really? You think she'll go for it? I mean, I think so. Are you sure? I really, really want her to like it. It's gonna be our first real date, and I'm kinda hoping we can, I know what. He blushes furiously, and when he answers, it's barely a mutter. Get my first kiss? His blush deepens. Ah, you absolute freaking cutie, you. You don't have to tease me about it, okay? All my friends have already gotten theirs. I know I'm late. He looks up so embarrassed, and that I can't help but feel for the kid. I duck under the counter and grab a little glass vial full of blue liquid that I hand over to the boy. What's this? Potion of minty fresh breath. I just gave him breath mints. Jesus Christ. He smiles. Good luck on your date. Thank you. Happy Heartsbloom. Another satisfied customer. I still can't get over what he said. He's 14 tops and he feels like he's late. Not having his first kiss yet? I'm 29. I only beat him by a couple of months. If he's late, what does that make me? This was the furthest thing from my mind when I was his age, and now I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Honestly, no one's ever far too late for these things. I never did a lot of daydreaming about myself in a relationship the way some of my friends did, but I couldn't have imagined anything this good anyway. It's kind of a cliche, but things really did work themselves out at exactly the right time in the exact right way. I'm so glad I never tried to force it, because I can't imagine that going well. It might have put me off the idea of dating altogether, and then I wouldn't have cord. There is a steady stream of customers until I close up at 6. Without even doing the math, I can tell I made a good chunk of change. Date or not, Heartsbloom is too big a payday to give up entirely. Hey, yo, Sybil! I go to flip the sign one last time, but as I do, I'm surprised to see Sybil materialize right in, without even knocking. Sybil? Do you have another package for me? Yes and no. What does that mean? She grimaces and pulls out a bag labeled with a red-eyed skull, a biohazard bag. I frown. A biohazard? Why would... I trail off, remembering what day today is. Is that a love potion? Yep, some dragon turd tried to have me deliver it to someone. Like we don't have safeguards against that kind of thing. Ugh, I reported them, of course, but I still need to take care of this. You just happen to be listed as the closest disposal site for magical biohazards. You can handle this, right? Yeah, I have the materials to neutralize and dispose of unauthorized potions. I can take care of it. Good. What a creep. Hey, I hope this isn't going to mess up your hot date. Don't worry about it. He's coming to pick me up in a few minutes, but I'll be done by then. Okay, great. You're the best. I gotta go or else I'm gonna be late for my own hot date, but let's catch up later. We can compare notes. This time, I managed to get out a bye before she vanishes, leaving me holding the biohazard bag. A love potion. I've only ever seen a love potion once in an advanced potions class, and even then, it was behind a containment field. They're highly illegal. Just getting caught with the materials to make one is enough to get you in a lot of trouble, and actually dosing somebody with one, you'll go away for a long time. And with good reason. Playing around with someone else's mind is one of the big magical taboos. To do it a Heartsbloom of all days, well, there are always people who try it, but there are worse things you can do. I pull out the materials I need to neutralize the potion. Unicorn fur, Caladrius feathers, phoenix ash. Once I have the powder made, I carefully take the potion from the biohazard bag. There's no mistaking love potion for anything else. The liquid is an electrifying pink, so bright it almost hurts to look at. It seems to swirl on its own within the bottle, and the movement is almost hypnotizing. The term everyone uses is love potion, but that's not quite right. A potion can't create love. That's impossible. Infatuation, on the other hand, is very doable. One sip of this will have anyone absolutely hopelessly, passionately obsessed with whoever the potion is oriented to. I wrinkle my nose and quickly dump the powder into the potion, turning it into a gray sludge. There. Now it looks as gross as it truly is. There are a few things worse than forcing feelings that aren't meant to be there. That goes for potions and every other areas of life too. The thought stays at the top of my mind, and when Cord arrives, slightly late, I feel a rush of affection. Ah, he's so cute! Mila! Sorry, I'm a little late, but... Ah! I meet him at the door, and cut his words off with a hug. Oh, wow. Happy Heartsbloom to you too. Thank you. You're welcome, but can you let me know what I'm taking credit for? For just being you and make me feel like I don't have to be someone I'm not or like I need to pretend. You never make me feel like I'm weird or broken or anything like that, so yeah, thank you. You are an amazing boyfriend. And you're an amazing girlfriend. First try and you're acing it. He waggles his eyebrows. Ooh, did you see what I did there? Ha! Very clever. When I kiss him, his tail wags behind him. You really are such a puppy dog. Are you sure you're not part werewolf? Nah, that's a good thing, because if I was, I couldn't eat chocolate, and that would simply be tragic. Speaking of, I have a surprise planned for us when we get home, and I hope you didn't get your chocolate fix from the tart earlier, because chocolate icing is heavily involved. Are you ready to go? His smile is so warm and gentle. His eyes are so playful and eager. I'm convinced that taking a chance on that date was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I kiss him. I am. Leads away. Aww! It's adorable. Frick. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the alternate ending, and for this, I'm basically gonna do the opposite of what I usually do, so yeah, I guess being ace kind of bothers me, although it does not. I mean, I love spending time with Cord. I love Cord, period. At least, I'm pretty sure I do. I don't have any other experiences to compare it to. But when people are in love, they usually want to take it further than kissing, right? Something is supposed to flip it on in your brain that makes it appealing to you, and it just never did for me. It's not a big secret. Cord knows, of course, and he's never made a big deal about it, but that doesn't stop me from wondering sometimes. Why can't I just get it like everyone else seems to? Why do I have this hole where something should obviously be? I shake off my thoughts and finish off so I can open up again. Alright, and we're gonna skip ahead. Okay, so when it comes to Cord and my lack of interest in him in, well, any intimate way, it makes me feel stressed. He says he's fine with the way things are, but what if he's just being nice? What if I'm being selfish and depriving him? What if he thinks he's fine with the way things are, but in another few months he's going to realize he's sick of this and kick me to the curb? Okay, calm down. He doesn't even like to kill flies. He's not going to kick you anywhere. And I know that it's true. If he decides that things won't work out between us, he'll be very kind and let me down easy. Probably bake me a cake to make me feel better. He sounds like an absolute sweetie. God. I hate that this is even a thing I have to worry about. Alright, so the kid's here, so we're gonna skip ahead. Alright, so in terms of romance, I feel like I am just so behind. I'm so woefully behind. Who has their first kiss at 29? If this kid's date goes well, he's probably gonna have more romantic experience than me in about a month. He thinks he's embarrassing. He has nothing on me. There's a steady stream of customers until it'll close up at 6, so I'm gonna skip ahead. When we learned about love potions in school, my professor said you'd basically feel like a hormonal teenager, when I think we can all agree is an experience best left unrepeated. And everyone nodded along sagely, except for me, who as usual felt totally in the dark. I was never a hormonal teenager. I've never been hot for anyone. A room full of people sharing an experience, and I just couldn't relate. The glint of the light above makes the potion in the bottle seems to glow. But I could. Brewing a love potion is illegal. Feeding it to someone else is even more illegal. But taking one of your own volition, that's legal gray area. And it wouldn't be permanent. Love potions never are. If I could know what it feels like, just for a bit, just to understand. The thought is crazy, but this has been like an itch in my brain that I haven't been able to scratch for so long. Every experience that's felt lost on me, every love song I haven't been able to quite relate to. Maybe if I just had a taste, a small one. Mila! Sorry I'm a little late, but Hort's entrance almost makes me drop the potion. He stops short when he realizes that he's interrupted something. Oh, sorry, you're still busy. Should I go take a lap, or... He trails off as he realizes what I'm holding. You don't have to be a Celestine scholar to recognize a love potion. His brow furrows. Why do you have a love potion? My mouth feels dry as I answer. Someone brought it for me to dispose of it. See, I have the nullification materials right here. He doesn't look fully convinced. This is why I did want to send a picture earlier. He's so good at reading my expression. Okay, sure, but it kinda looks like you were staring at it. And not in a potions genius way, in a, hey, what are you doing kind of way. I quickly dump the powder into the potion and it turns to a gray sludge. I've just never seen one this close before. Anyway, it's taken care of, so... No. No? He closes the distance between us. We're not going to brush past that like I didn't see what I saw. What was that about? Nothing. His tail twitches in frustration. Mila. I wasn't going to drink it, okay? As I say it, I realize it's true. I entertained the thought, sure, but I would never have actually taken the potion myself. The side effects alone would make it A definite no, and as curious as I am, I don't want a potion to take over my brain and make me feel things that aren't real. I just want to understand. I want to understand so desperately that, for a few seconds, it seemed like a good idea. How messed up is that? Hey, don't cry. I'm sorry if I sounded grumpy. I'm just worried about you. I swipe at my eyes with the back of my hand and try to blink back tears. It's not you. You've been great. You're always so great. And I'm always so... So what? Smart? Interesting? Nice? Just stop that. Stop what? Saying true things? Acting like it's not a big deal that I'm not... I sigh. I hate this. I hate feeling like there's this big thing that everyone's in on but me. And that I can't give you something I know you want and... Whoa. Don't put words in my mouth. I said I want that. I scoff lightly. Come on. Come on what? I have to want it because I'm a guy or because I'm an incubus? You're making a lot of assumptions here. That's not fair. So you're telling me if I wanted to. I grit my teeth and force the words out. If I wanted to, well, boink you, you wouldn't want that? I mean, if you wanted it, yeah, of course I would. See, just like but it's not like it's so important to me that I feel like I'm missing out. I mean, I love desserts. I literally work in a bakery. But if I have dinner without dessert, I'm not going to be all, that was pointless. Why do I even waste my time on a delicious meal? We've been through this before. This isn't my first brush with self-doubt. And that's really what it is. Self-doubt. Cord is great, I know that. So it can be hard to believe that I'm the one he wants, especially on a day like today. He hops over the counter and wraps me in a hug. Hey, breathe with me, okay? Okay. Ah. I do. Deep breaths, in and out. He presses his forehead against mine, careful not to hit me with his horns. I'm so sorry that this gets to you. I obviously don't know how it feels exactly. I'm sure it can't feel good to feel like you're missing out, or that there's something wrong with you. And that's something I can hold your hand about, but I can't make you feel confident as much as I wish I could. I can tell you, from my end, I don't feel like I'm missing out at all. All I ever wanted from a relationship was to have a good time with an amazing person, and I always feel that when I'm with you. And you've never hidden how you feel from me. I don't feel tricked or misled. Honestly, I'm kind of flattered you didn't just want to talk to me because you thought I was hot. That happens to incubi and succubi a lot. You mean that? I do. You know I always do. Yeah. The tears are starting to dry up now. I pull away from the embrace so I can look him in the eyes. You'll be honest if I ask you a question, right? Of course. Did I ruin our first Heartsbloom? He smiles gently and kisses the tips of my nose. Heartsbloom doesn't start until you've taste tested my newest culinary creation, which I am planning on making for us as soon as we get home. Speaking of, you ready? I'm really excited to spend our first Heartsbloom together. For so many, I hope. I smile and kiss him on the lips. I hope so too. Aww, God, it's so sweet. Jesus. Anyway, that was Heartsbloom. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. Oh man, so this was me for this year's Ace Jam, and God, I just have so many fluffy feelings about this. I love it to bits, God, and I especially love the fantasy setting of this. Like it's everything about this game is just absolutely heartwarming, and God, I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.